Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Porto. I was just reading in my sociology book that one out of every four people who households here in the United States live alone. It used to be that the person who lived alone was either a widower, someone who was divorced, or either didn't want to get married or whatever reason. Why are there so many unmarried people? I think, frankly, it's a wide myriad of reasons. There's there used to be that a person would be able to um, meet somebody either in a bar or through friends or relatives, but now the rules are different. You have to have there has to be there's certain ground rules that didn't exist either. Uh, Definitely didn't exist a few decades ago or even a few years ago. Now, someone who has a one night stand, so to speak, quote unquote, always has to fear that someone is going to accuse them of non consensual sex. And that certainly puts a damper on trying to find someone sometimes. Also, there are other reasons as well. You see, through through evolution, our minds were geared towards finding a mate. But again, because nowadays we have so many choices and who we can find, and we don't have a restriction as to our hometowns anymore because of dating apps. Uh, let's see, dating apps, college. A lot of those reasons that it just simply there's so much to choose from. Sometimes you don't know where to start. And because it's so overwhelming, a lot of people just give up. And I was listening to not listening, but watching a video from Psychology Today. Neha Gajwani was interviewing Stephanie Kuntz, and she was telling her the reason being that the it was so hard to find somebody nowadays. She says you have to understand that we don't lean on anybody anymore. We don't have those strong networks or those relationships that we can say uh, we can hold on to. She also remarked that it used to be that until the 19th century, people used to marry either for business contacts or uh, financial arrangements. Now, the past century and a half, 2 centuries, it's been for love. And we try to see if we're compatible. So, what can be done? Well, here's an idea. We need to cultivate relationships. We don't. What we don't do is we just simply. It seems that simply that people just want to go to bed with one another and that's it. One night stands and that's it. It can't be that way if you're serious and trying to find a relationship. She also says that between the ages of between 18 and 49, these divorce rates go down. They're going down. However, as you hit 50, they double. Chances of you divorcing are double. At 65, they triple. Why? There are a myriad of reasons. People wanting to still want to find themselves while they're still on this earth. That could be. Uh, I'll tell you a couple of my stories. I when I was in church, I met this one woman, and I said to her I wanted to go out with her. She said, uh, "All right," and we went to parks. We went out to dinner. We even had brunch after church. So I thought we were girlfriend and boyfriend. Unfortunately, what happened was her mother died. I went 40 miles to SOTUS from Fulton and discovered in the receiving line that she was with her ex boyfriend. He was polite and all that. However, it showed me that we were not really girlfriend and boyfriend to begin with. We were just friends. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it was a little disappointing to me. So eventually that led to me dismissing, me saying to her, uh, no more. Another person came out of church. There were the steps were cement and they were needed to be fixed. One older lady was about to slip and fall. I caught her, and I even repaired her glasses. She would take me to the store after church, and and Professor Tabascio would probably know this more than anything, that about the movie Harold and Maude, about a younger man and an older woman in a relationship. Well, and then this led to her inviting herself over for Thanksgiving. I invited her over at noon, and she said she'd be there at 1. But what happened was, long story short, she came at 1:35. I had to put things away, and I had to make a little side dish for her. She asked me if I was in love, ever fell in love, and I said yes. But this also led to us breaking up because I had problems with the flooded cellar, and she just laughed at me and said, "Oh, you look like somebody who just got out of bed." So I said that was it. Is it hopeless? No. We just get out of our comfort zone, and we have to really work at it. Thank you.